Hey guys, so before we jump into this video, I just wanted to remind you about the insane holiday bundle I'm having on both of my courses right now that's going to last up until New Year's. So you can go ahead and jump into Ecom Black and Brand Sniping 101 for just $97 right now. And if you don't know, Ecom Black is a complete e-commerce course, product research, store setup, Facebook ads, Google ads, etc., etc. And then Brand Sniping is a hyper-targeting course that goes over my favorite e-commerce strategy right now, which is creating a store around one single product. So with that said, if you want to take advantage of this insane bundle offer, go ahead and click the first link in the description down below. And let's go ahead and jump into this video. Alright, what's up guys? So we're inside the computer and we're going to go ahead and jump right into it. So if you're looking for an alternative rather to Aliexpress, it's most likely because you're dealing with some of the common issues with it, which is slow shipping times, unreliable suppliers, or low quality products. So I want to go ahead and throw out a quick disclaimer and let you know that switching from Aliexpress to another legit alternative is often going to involve switching your entire dropship strategy as a whole. Now, I know there's a lot of other similar videos out there on the subject talking about Aliexpress alternatives, and they essentially just show you a bunch of Aliexpress knockoffs that are actually worse than Aliexpress itself, which is just a pretty much huge waste of time. So we're not going to really be going through that bullshit today. So just to get it out of the way though, option number one as an Aliexpress alternative is going to be the lookalikes or knockoffs, and personally I think they're a complete waste of time. So a couple examples are Light in the Box, DHgate, and Banggood. So if we go to Light in the Box, you can see it literally looks exactly like Aliexpress. And I noticed in some of these videos sometimes they'll find like one of like 500 products that has fast shipping times, and they'll say, oh, well, you can find faster shipping times on here. Well, that's just kind of a load of garbage, because you can do the same thing on Aliexpress by finding US suppliers. So I wouldn't even mess with any of the Aliexpress knockoffs. There's really no need. You're just downgrading from Aliexpress. When it comes to drop shipping these products directly from China, Aliexpress is pretty much the king. Not to mention Aliexpress has Oberlo and these other sites don't, so why would you want to go ahead and manually fulfill orders when you can just do it in one click with Oberlo? So these are all just a pretty much waste of time, but I had to mention it anyway. So we're going to go ahead and get the option number two, which is Aliexpress Optimization. So a lot of the problems up here, the main issues people have with Aliexpress, the slow shipping, the unreliable suppliers, and the low quality products, can actually all be remedied with Aliexpress optimizations. What do I mean by that? So if you actually put in some research to vet your suppliers and use high-rated suppliers, and you try and find US suppliers, which I've noticed a lot of the time when it comes to really viral trending products, a lot of the time there are US suppliers available, so you can get the shipping out within anywhere from 5 to 10 days versus the 10 to 20 days with ePacket. So being able to optimize which suppliers you use on Aliexpress and trying to look for US suppliers is a way that you can improve the Aliexpress dropshipping experience as a whole. And another way you can do this is by using Oberlo verified suppliers. So I'm going to show you how to do that. So when you're inside Oberlo here, you can see you can just look at their suppliers right here, and you'll be able to see if certain ones are verified. So you can see Besky right here is verified. So this is one way you can do it. You can look for verified suppliers through here, or you can just search products and then find a verified supplier that's selling the product you want. So let's say I was just looking for a watch, and we can filter it by verified suppliers. So if I wanted to go out there and sell watches, I could look for these verified suppliers here, or we can uncheck verified suppliers and check US warehouse, and we can look here and find watches that are shipping straight from America. So that's pretty cool, and obviously you can go ahead and sort by US warehouse on Aliexpress directly as well. So that's going to be option number two, is to just go out there and essentially just be more precise when you're picking Aliexpress vendors. So now we're going to go ahead and move outside of Aliexpress to an actual alternative that isn't these bullshit ones up here. So option number three is going to be a similar app to Oberlo, which is Spock. So we're going to go ahead and open that up. So Spock is essentially Oberlo, except instead of for AliExpress, it's for Etsy. So some of the advantages of this is normally you're going to get faster shipping time. However, I had to put normally because a lot of the products on Etsy, the majority, are going to be custom handmade products. So sometimes they're made to order. So if that's the case and it takes a long time to make, then the shipping time may be delayed a little bit. But with the advantage of this, since you're selling a handmade product, you can just go ahead and mention that the products are made to order. So you have more of an excuse than, oh, well, the product's just floating on a ship for 20 days. So you have a more legitimate, believable excuse, and at the same time, you're able to sell more unique and not generic products. So this is definitely another option. And Spocket's really easy to use. It's similar to Oberlo. You just sit here, search through it. You can see you can add it to the import list, and then you just push products from the import list over to your store. So obviously the marketing strategy, the dropship strategy overall with Spock, it is very similar. You can see a lot of the products are similar to stuff you'd sell on AliExpress. So your strategy doesn't change too much here. So you can see that this is a actual legitimate alternative you could go out there and use. So option number 4 is going to be a supplier middleman. So I'm going to go ahead and just show you one example of that, which is wholesale 2B. So what you do is you usually have to pay for these services, and then what they do is they go ahead and connect you with other suppliers that are offering drop shipping, rather, that you can go ahead and drop ship their products. And I use this example because they actually have a Shopify app you can use. So usually with the supplier middleman option, you're going to be more brand focused and longer term, because you're not really going to be selling these little trinket viral type products. You're going to be selling more legit type products on here. So I'm going to go ahead and just see if we can find some. So you can see if we open up like pet products, you can see, these are like legitimate, actually high quality products. A lot of them are from actual brands, and you can see that this is more so the high ticket range. So obviously high ticket drop shipping is a whole different avenue than low ticket. So the truth is, when you're looking for AliExpress alternatives outside of just optimizing AliExpress and using like Spocket, most of the other options are going to involve a shift in your drop shipping strategy. So it's not going to be the same old low ticket trendy viral product type thing. When it comes to that, AliExpress is pretty much the king. However, there is actually one other way you can do that, which we'll be getting into in a minute. So option number 5 is going to be to contact suppliers directly through Google, and this is kind of similar to option number 4, except you're just cutting them out. So you're not paying for their service, you're just going straight to the supplier. And all the bullet points are pretty much the same. You're normally going to be more brand focused on longer term. A lot of the time it's going to be high ticket. You're not really going to be selling viral products. So this is often a different strategy as well. And normally with both of these, you're going to just be selling within one niche. So I wanted to show you 2 examples of these. So here's one, Pet Stores USA. They drop ship pet supplies. You can go to this site and check them out. You can check their new products and see what they have. And another one we can look at is Essential Pet Products, so drop ship pet supplies right here. And then we can go ahead and look at all their products like aquariums and stuff. And to go ahead and see the drop ship prices, you have to actually create an account with this site. But you can see this is a lot like the middleman, except it's not the middleman. So you don't have to pay for their service. You can just sign up to become an authorized retailer and then kind of just move forward with that. But like I said, this is going to go ahead and change up your strategy a little bit, because obviously if you're out here selling bird cages, you're not going to market it in the same way that you'd be marketing that viral Halloween mask or whatever you were selling at the time. So a lot of the times when you're trying to transition away from AliExpress, you're also going to be switching to a more long-term, legitimate type of e-commerce strategy. So the last option is option number 6, which is using fulfillment services. So with this, you can sell the same type of products, like the same type of viral trendy products from AliExpress, but still not have to deal with the downsides of AliExpress if you just order these products in bulk from AliExpress's sister company, Alibaba. But the thing is with this is, although let's say you do have a trending product and you go ahead and order 500 of that product, send it to a fulfillment center, the thing is with this is at this point you might as well just go ahead and start private labeling custom products, because private labeling is just going to put you to the next level when it comes to branding. You're going to be able to up your profit margins and beat your competitors, outmarket them, because your products can actually be unique. So at this point, you're already going through the hassle of bulk ordering all of the products up front and sending them to a fulfillment center. So at this point, you might as well just shift over to the long-term brand focus. So some examples of fulfillment services are, first one here is ShipBob, so I have to give a shout out to them just because their headquarters is in Chicago and that's where I live. So this is the first one right here, and the second one here is FlowShip. So these are the only two I'm familiar with. I'm sure there's a bunch if you go ahead and Google it, but these are the only ones that I'm personally familiar with, and they all work pretty much the same. You just go ahead and bulk order your products, get them sent to these fulfillment providers, and they will go ahead and give you a user interface where you can see all of your inventory, all of your products and everything. And the lead time from them sending out the products to your customers in the US is normally anywhere between 2 to 5 days, so it speeds up your shipping time exponentially. However, like I said, you do have to go ahead and bulk order all of the products up front. So my overall verdict when it comes to switching to a different alternative from AliExpress, there really isn't a better variation of AliExpress out there for the specific strategy of dropshipping that's low ticket viral dropshipping. There's really no better place to find products than AliExpress when it comes to that specific model of dropshipping. Like I said, the only similar option out there is using Etsy. So that's literally the only, I guess you could say, completely congruent alternative would be to use Spock with Etsy suppliers. Other than that, AliExpress is pretty much the king of this specific area of dropshipping. So I'm not going to sit here and BS you and waste your time and say, oh, well, just use DHgate. I mean, they're just worse. It's stupid. Why would you use that? And they don't have overload. So the point is, if you're going to try and switch to a different alternative, then what you're probably going to want to do is start learning a different e-commerce strategy overall. So if you're trying to stick with low ticket viral dropshipping, you essentially need to stick with options 2 and 3 right here. So with that said, if you like this video, give it a thumbs up, subscribe to the channel for more content, and I'll see you in another one.